Driving along State Highway 29 in Florida, you pass the Florida Panther Wildlife Refuge. You're surrounded by rural Florida. Before you get to a one-stoplight town, Immokalee, Florida. But know this, the area produces about 90% of America's tomatoes. And it also produces some terrific football players. 4 of the sons of Immokalee are on the South Florida roster, including featured tailback Dearness Johnson and safety Jamon Thomas. Before they were Bulls, their stories began here.
All right, then. Yeah, they took down the basketball courts and all. Right now, we in my neighborhood that I grew up at as a youngin'. You know, I grew up in this apartment right here. You can come this way. This is called the projects. So we grew up out here. Yeah, so it was a rough neighborhood, you know, a lot of drugs dealing, you know, fights and stuff like that. But, you know, you had to choose one. You had to choose if you want to play football and make it out, or you get caught up in the street life. You know, we chose the football route. Just watching big-time players like Edna James and Brian Rowe, them, you know, do it and come out this same neighborhood and do it. So that was something that we always wanted to do, and just be like them boys, just go out there and play football and just, you know, try to be successful at it. Everybody out here was trying to keep their head on the right track. It felt great knowing that, you know, I can be one of the person that come out of this place and make it far. We came for nothing, man.
My cousin Yoshi, you know, grew up with him, taught us the ropes. What's up, cuz?
What's up, Redwood?
Yeah.
What's up, cuz? D?
Yeah.
Deuce, what's up? Deuce getting loose. My name is Yoshi Smith. This is my fitness center, a custom gym, and this is what we've been getting. Man, we got a lot of boys from up there in South Florida from here. DJ Sinat, Jimmy Bays. You know, man, y'all know where it all started, man.
I would say he's one of the few people that actually took the time to work with the athletes coming out, you know, like the big athletes, the big names. He was like really one of the main guys that really stepped in and, you know, really helped us out. When I was growing up in this community, I didn't have that big brother role model to be there for me, you know, to pay for gym membership or just to, you know, I can talk to, vent to. And growing up, I wanted to be there for these guys. When I talk to my son, I tell my son, these are the guys you want to look up to because they did it the right way by developing, going through college, getting the education, which is first. They're his role models right now.
Immokalee in the building now. Immokalee now.
Yo, Dina Sanat. Ooh. Dina Sanat. You talking about a kid who you know who always listened to me, who always very respectful, very kind, you know. I'm so proud of him. You know, his mother and his father are no longer here. And for him to be where he at today, coming from Immokalee, wow. Like, that's a dream come true, man. And Jimmy Bays, I actually call Jimmy Bays my little brother, man. You know, he been there for me, I've been there for him growing up through high school, having somebody to vent to. And he always been there, man, and still to this day, I call him up, he pick up 2 rings, so we still got that bond.
What all went down that Friday Night Lights. Had the whole city come out.
Man, football means everything to me. That's all I do is football. This is my brother right here. SB or Pop Warner.
He was very athletic at a young age. You know, at 2 and 3 years old, they used to get in the refrigerator and take the fruits and play football with them. You know, being raised on my aunt in the projects and poverty, you know, anything could have happened to them. They could have been, you know, on drugs right now. They could have, like, not finished school.
When they want to hang out with their friends, want to stay out all time of night, I'm like, no, you're not doing that. No, you're not doing that. As long as you stay up under this roof, you're not doing that. I want you to go to college.
The projects is not just the projects, it's home. They're just like brothers, they're family.
Yeah, Yeah, so basically it's my grandma's house. Like whenever I come down to Immokalee from school, this is where I be at. This is my OG, my dad, the original, where I get everything from. Not the good looks though.
You know, in Immokalee, football is king. This town build character. So when you come out of here, you know, you're either gonna have it or you're not. This is a character building town. And that's the talk of the town on Sundays and Mondays. You know, about what the kids did over the weekend on TV. You know, and that's the kind of love this town gives to the athletes down here. You know, it's like one big family.
That hit in the bowl game, in the Birmingham Bowl, made me really excited. That was a huge play, game changer.
And it is South Florida ball.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like that's my child.
Football, everything for Immokalee. And for them to be together, to carry that on to USF, even came more because now we out there still, the same family that rooted in Redwood.
But this is my 2-year-old son, Dearnon Johnson Jr. I go so hard, man, because of him.
I love the man that he became, and I love the father that he became, and that he's definitely a good role model for his son and every other child that's out there that didn't make it but is on the road to success. Because when you look back on your life and you see where you came from and where God have you at now, that can encourage anybody. And that's what I tell them all the time. Always tell your story. Don't be afraid of where you come from. Don't be afraid of where God had you at and where he have you at now.
With the love and pride of their home community supporting them, these young men have proven that hard work and belief can accomplish great things. From Immokalee to the University of South Florida, their story has only just begun.